I will begin to draw the border. The border is going to be placed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and the kitchen plan will be within it. So let me zoom out, and I'm going to begin by drawing an 8-inch by 10-inch border, and then what I'm going to do is make sure that my printer matches those dimensions. And if it doesn't, we will make modifications, and I will show you how. Beginning with the line command, I'm going to begin at 0, 0, as always, turning ortho on, taking my cursor to the right hand side, typing in 8 and enter, going up 10 and enter, across 8, enter, and then C for close. Now I'm going to zoom extents and zoom real time a little bit here. I think what I want to do also is place the UCS icon back in the lower left hand corner. Let's turn off origin. And I'm going to be placing the title, the project title, down here. So I'm going to offset a line. Well, I selected copy. That's okay. I can copy it as well instead of offset. I'll select this object to copy. Right click, base point here, and take it up 1 inch. Just like that. I know I could have started with the polyline command, but if I create the polyline, turn on O-Track here for a moment, and O-Snap. If I begin creating this as a polyline first, and then if I try to offset 1 inch, like I was going to do here, you'll notice how it offsets the entire polyline. And that's not going to work. I would have to explode it and then put the line in and then go back and convert it. So it's best for me right now, as I'm in the planning stages of this border, to create it as individual segments and then come back and edit. So now that I'm ready, select Edit Polyline. Select the polyline. Of course, it isn't a polyline yet. It will be, but I will go ahead and select it. Do I want to turn it into one? The answer Y, yes. So enter. J for join, because I'd like to join the other segments, and enter. And notice how it is not possible to select this line segment because it does not have a common endpoint with the others. So now I enter. And the next thing I want to do is give my border a nice thickness. So I type W and enter, specifying the new width for all segments. I'm going to make it 1/16 thickness and enter. And as you can see, it has changed on screen to reflect that width. If I didn't want 1/16, if I wanted a different value, since I'm still in the pedit command, I can type W, enter, and I can change it to say 1/4 inch. And that will be a little much, so typing W again and enter. Again, 1/16 and enter. I could have typed U for undo. Either way, it still works. And finally, I can enter to terminate the pedit command. There we go. Let's do the same thing for this line. Let's give it a thickness. And it is a line, but I'm going to convert it into a polyline. Now, a polyline can consist of a single line, and that'll work just as well. Edit polyline, select it. Yes, I enter. Type W, I can't join, so I skip that portion, so W, enter. And I'll make this 1/16. There we go. And enter again to terminate the command. And if I zoom window, you'll see the thickness. And when I print it out, it will come out to 1/16 thickness. And that's what I wanted. One thing I did forget to do, and that is to create a new layer. We're going to call it a border and leave it at white. Make it current. OK. And then select change to current layer and select and enter.